Hello and welcome to the RANsquawk Weekly Wrap-Up video. So we're just going to take a moment to answer a couple of questions that come into the desk this week. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the actions taken by the Bank of England on Thursday. So this did see the Bank of England keep their interest rates on hold at 0.5%. However, in terms of their asset purchase facility, they did extend this by 50 billion sterling. So there were consensus estimates for an extension of 75 billion sterling. However, one of the more interesting parts of this extension was the rebalancing of their maturities that they will be targeting. So they did dramatically reduce the curve for this. So they will be targeting the shorter end of the curve. So this did see a move lower in the longer dated gilts. We also saw a bit of a move in the short-term interest rate products across the strip, move around about 2 ticks to the downside. So this could potentially heighten some possible credit concerns amongst the UK banks. Indeed, it does highlight that the Bank of England are perhaps concerned about the future growth prospects for the UK. So it brings us to this coming week where we will have the Bank of England's quarterly inflation report. So this is likely to focus on the fact that the UK CPI has declined of recently. We've also seen a bit of a decline in the price of oil. However, they are likely to say that there are still continued downside risks, and in particular we'll be looking for the Bank of England to cut their growth forecast for the UK. So the focus will be continuing on Europe as it has been for the latter part of this week and is likely to extend through to next week. So in terms of what we've seen, there was some initial hope that Greece would secure their second bailout. This is after a story on Thursday that Greece had agreed between its party leaders on the austerity measures that will be required for this bailout. However, we did see overnight a story regarding Eurozone finance ministers. They rebuked the austerity measures that Greece had proposed. So this has thrown the whole austerity measures and the second bailout into some doubt. We've also seen some dissenting from one of the Greek parties this afternoon, the smaller party, the Laos party, who are one of the 3 members of the Greek technocrat government. We're likely to see a decision over the weekend between the 3 parties out of Greece regarding these austerity measures, and this is likely to be a key focus on Monday. So some of the key dates for next week. On the 13th is Greece's self-imposed deadline in order to reach an agreement on the PSI talks. So it's a second thread to the Greek troubles that we've recently seen. And we also have the 15th of February as the deadline to sort out this second bailout package. So those are 2 dates to keep in mind. So that's about it from us for the week. We hope you've had a great week. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.